Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field. We had technical difficulties, but we're finally underway. You almost missed a goal. Classical right out in front, 2 or 3 feet out in front of the net, and Corey Chirico got a piece of it and tipped it over the net out of play and denied Classical a goal, so you didn't miss anything. It's still 0-0. We're underway. Classical against Winthrop, Northeast Conference Boys Soccer. Winthrop in the white, Classical in their normal green. I mentioned Chirico, Daniel Cortez in net for the Rams. Classical, we believe, is 2-1-1. Winthrop looking for their first win. Classical got 2 in the Lynn City tournament, becoming the city champions. They couldn't keep it in. Jenna Robles couldn't catch up to it. Classical gets it back. Pass slips through. Winthrop knocking it deep. And the pass is behind the intended receiver. Classical coming right back. Blocked. They knock it deep. Nice little shift. Blocked. Classical gets it back. They lost it. They have to start over again. They get it in the middle. Cutting it down the near side. Robles couldn't get the shot off from a tough angle. And trying to make the pass was Ixlaj. And he stretched a little too far. All he could do was tap it. Winthrop picked it off. Classical gets it back. Shot blocked. Winthrop clears it away. Classical keeps it in. Winthrop picks it off. Classical breaks it up. In the middle. Lead pass down the far side, taking the shot. Goes wide of the net from one side to the other and goes out of play. And Winthrop will get to kick it away. Classical breaks it up and takes it away. Another nice takeaway by Malara. Leaves it for Navoa. Cuts between a couple of defenders, still in control. Still in control. His pass is picked off. Winthrop finally gets into Classical territory and it's knocked away. Classical gets it back. It's all Classical here in the early going. They had one good chance and Chirico made a terrific save to keep Classical off the board. Now they come out that far corner. And the shot, did it get blocked? It got blocked and Classical's going to get a corner kick, I believe. Everybody out past the 10-yard line. They'll all break to the net very quickly. Now they break. The kick up. Bounces loose. Shot got blocked. They try to tip it by the shot again. Nice pass from Navoa to Robles. He drilled it right into the midsection of Chirico. Classical coming right back. Classical totally dominating. Winthrop got it at the Classical end once, and very quickly it came back. Now they knock it deep. Classical gets it. Winthrop takes it away. Winthrop looking for a break. Winthrop player got taken down, no whistle. The ball got knocked out, and Winthrop's going to get a corner kick. So they finally get it deep in the Classical end. Coming from the far side, the kick. Again, Classical coming back, trying to knock it deep. Man, they can't keep it in. They're trying to throw a lead pass to Novoa. Robles coming down the near side as it blocked and knocked out. Classical collecting. Robles takes the shot on net again. Cherico has to make the save. Classical filling the net with shots, but Cherico has made all the saves. Classical tips it back to their own end. Classical takes it away. Knock deep. Winthrop will get there first. Classical picks off the pass. Trying to break through a couple of defenders. They get broken up. They knock it back deep to Zalea. He gets it to De Leon. Ahead to Robles. De Leon, a little shift, gets it in the middle. Molina. Orlana knocks it to the far side. Looking to knock it to the net. Robles knocks it in the middle. The shot off the side of the foot. Alex Ixlaj knocks it wide left. Ten minutes in to this first half, no score as Winthrop gets the free kick. Classical picks it off. Broken up nicely by the defense of Winthrop. Broken up. Nice block by DeLeon. He gets it back deep. Gets around. Drops it behind Robles. Couldn't get the shot off. Winthrop comes away with it. Blocked. They knock it deep. And Zalea gets there and knocks it out of play. First game today was canceled. And it's funny because at game time, the weather was absolutely perfect. It turned out to be a gorgeous from about 3 o'clock on. I didn't realize I was wrapped up inside from 10 till about 2:30. I didn't realize it poured buckets all day. And there was a tornado warning. I only know because I got a message on my phone saying tornado warning at 2:15. So because of that, the 3:45 game, they got that message early. They canceled the 3:45 game. And at 3:45, the weather was perfect. They could have played, but you can't take that chance. So the 5:30 game, Tech against Greater Lowell was played, a 1-1 tie. And now the 7:15 game is played here with Classical and Winthrop. And we got a Classical player down. Let's hope it's just a leg cramp. He's up, trying to walk it off and running it off. And that's Navoa. He's going to go to the bench and be replaced. Nice to see him up and jogging over to the bench. You don't want to see anybody get hurt. Winthrop will get the throw in. They knock it deep. Classical knocked it down. Classical knocks it away, but they knock it out off the foot of Malara. Robles with the quick throw in. They knock it back deep. Pena knocks it to the far side. Down that far side, Classical trying to get around. Has to back up. Now makes a nice move around, throws it to the net, but it never got there. It stayed out to the right and out of play. Went behind the net. And Winthrop will kick it away. Line shot out to midfield. They knock it deep, and they're going to knock it too deep. It's going to go out of play. Good hustle. Classical kept it in. I didn't think they could get there. Halston knocks it away. Classical back down, trying to throw it in front. It was bouncing, took a big hop. Alex Ixlage had to go up, probably hip high or maybe a little higher, and trying to knock that to the net. He got under it and knocked it way up over the net and out of play. Whistle for contact against Winthrop. Classical will get the free kick. I'm looking out at Elias Hallestrand of Winthrop. I don't think I've ever seen a young high school player absolutely bald as a billiard ball. Winthrop will get the throw in. Classical got a head on it, knocked it out. Winthrop will get the throw in a little bit closer. Classical knocks it away. Winthrop keeping it in. Classical knocks it out. Winthrop will get the throw in down deeper. Classical breaks it up. Winthrop gets it back and knocks it ahead. Tips. Classical kicks it deep. And it's going to go out of play into the Classical bench area. We're going to get a quick throw in, but Winthrop's going to make a change. They knock it deep. Classical was thinking about letting it go out of play, but it wasn't going to go, so they had to keep it in. Winthrop takes it away. Popped up. Winthrop now keeping it in the Classical end for a while. Broken up. Classical takes it away. Winthrop takes it back. Shot from long range, goes high, wide, right of the net and out of play. We got a nice little crowd down here for this game. Classical just kept it in. Robles knocks it ahead, and now it goes out off Asani. Asani looking for Molina or Alana. They get it in the middle. Asani gets it back. They tip it to De Leon. Now in the middle. Ixlage had it. Now they tip it to the far side. They skip by, trying to throw it in front. And again, they throw it wide off to the right side. Never made it to the front of the net. Goes behind the net, out of play. Halfway through and counting this first half, no score. Winthrop and Classical, Northeastern Conference boys soccer. Eric Moreno. I have to say Eric Moreno Jr. because there's two of them. His father is the head coach of Tech. The son here, Eric, coaching Lynn Classical. And that was, we had for the first time ever, father against son. And certainly first time ever in a championship game. And it was young Eric Moreno knocking off his father in the championship game of the Lynn City tournament. Winthrop knocks it deep. Glasgow gets a piece, knocks it the other way. DeLeon tips it ahead. Robles has it. In the middle, trying to throw it deep. Asani looking for a break. Gets around the defender. Trying to throw it in front. They got partially blocked. Winthrop tried to clear it away. Asani almost picked it off. They almost gave it away out in front. Winthrop had to knock it out. Just past the halfway mark of this first half. Just over 18 minutes left. We're dead even, 0-0 Winthrop at Classical as we get a timeout down the field. Go ahead. DeLeon will take the throw in. I don't know what happened. On the right side, I don't know if somebody shot off a gun or something, but it looked like a fog. I hope it's not a fire. There's a thick fog settling in, moving towards the scoreboard on the right side of the field. You might see it when the ball goes that way. The side that Classical is on, going now toward that net, is perfectly clear. As they knock it to the net, they headed it to the net. They got what they wanted. Big time save by Cherico. Shot one right to the net. They got a head on it. And Cherico made a big time save. So now it almost looks like smoke up the far end. Trying to knock it deep. Winthrop is there. It skips past. Asani looking for it. Broken up. Winthrop clears it away. That can't be fog. It was some kind of smoke coming from someplace. It's just floating away now. It was really thick for about a minute. And now it's just fading away. Off towards Chestnut Street. late whistle. I thought they were going to give it the other way. I thought Classical would get a hand on it, but they're calling it off Winthrop. Classical will get the free kick. They headed away. Trying to walk in, broken up. Classical gets it back. Just lining up a kick. Yep. They get it ahead to Gomez. And it's going to go wide left and out of play. Now it's settling all over the field, but it's not up in the air. It's just settling halfway up the light tower. And it smells like smoke. It smells like something burning. You can really smell the smoke. So it's not a fog. And now it's the middle of the field that's clear, and it's smoke at both ends. Winthrop will clear it away. So it's definitely not a fog because you can smell the smoke. So something's burning over there. I know it can't be Burger King's hamburgers. Winthrop, I think, knocked it out. Classical's going to get a corner kick. Ixlaj, I believe, is taking the kick from the near corner. Line drives it out in front. Couldn't get a head on it. Zelaya come all the way in from his center field spot to try and get a head on it. And he had to hustle back. Now Classical got it again. Trying to throw it in front, headed away by Winthrop. Classical keeps it alive. They dump it back to De Leon. Trying to knock it to the net. They knocked it off Winthrop. De Leon with the throw in. Alex Marin tried to walk through a few. Got broken up. They knocked it out. Another corner kick coming for Classical. Again from the near corner. They got a head on it. Knocked it wide of the net. Classical keeps it in play. They bang it off a Winthrop defender, and then Winthrop knocks it out of play. And that gets knocked off De Leon. More substitutions for Winthrop, and that smoke is just about cleared. That was really strange. There was a heavy odor, and there's still a little bit left over of something burning. So it definitely wasn't a fog. They dump it ahead, and they're going to knock it long and deep back on the Classical end. Classical coming right back. Winthrop can't keep it in the Classical end long. Alston makes a nice play of getting in front of that, blocking the pass. DeLeon picks it off. Pushing it back, trying to get loose, and he knocked it out of play. And it's like an unforced error. Those kind of plays give coaches gray hair. Winthrop knocking it deep. Classical breaks it up. Zalea back there playing center field. And Classical takes it right back on the Winthrop end. It's been there most of this first half. They knock it deep. It skipped past everybody. I don't think anybody thought that was going to go by the first defender, and it bounced by 3 different people. And Marin was the most surprised guy in the house. He had a shot of getting it if he thought it was going to get by that first defender. Classical knocks it into the Winthrop bench area. 10 minutes and counting left in a scoreless first half. Classical trying to take it away. Winthrop gets it back. A couple of nice shifts, and it shifted out of bounds. Winthrop knocks it up. Classical got a head on it, and it goes into the Winthrop bench area. Arlano gets it in the middle. Ixlage knocks it to the far side. Hoskell again coming down that far side. Pass broken up. Winthrop breaks it up again. Classical takes it away. Winthrop picked off the give and go pass and clears it up. Classical breaks it up. Winthrop gets it back. Broken up nicely by the defensive Classical, taking it away. Tip with a break. Marin in the middle. Couldn't get the shot off. It got blocked. Winthrop takes it away. And they knock it deep. And they knock it to the sideline. They couldn't get there. It went out of play. Classical very quickly with the throw-in. They knock it deep. Winthrop gets there first and knocks it out. I can't make out the number of the Winthrop defender. He's playing with a huge pad on his hand. Trying to get the shot off. Can't. Got blocked. Good defense by Winthrop. Ixlage couldn't get the shot off. Ixlage again with Marin. They tip it back. Shot from long range. Cherico goes down on one knee and makes sure it doesn't get under him. He blocked it. Good try, good chance by Kevin Molina Orellana. Marin brings it right back. Ixlage leaves it. DeLeon in the middle. Faked the shot from long range. Can't get it off. Trying to walk in, they take the shot, they knock it up over everything and out of play.
Defender with the cast.
I just found out my cameraman does a nice job. Came over and told me it's number 4 with the cast. His first name is Ryland Bytyqui. B-Y-T-Y-Q-I. So I'm guessing it's Bytyqui. His first name isn't much easier. R-I-L-I-N-D. Ryland. Classical throws it in front, lines up the shot. They knock it off the side of the net, never got to the net. So it's virtually been all Classical. Cortez hasn't had hardly anything in net for Classical. Cherico's been very busy making saves in the net for Winthrop, but it's still 0-0. Five minutes and counting in the scoreless first half. Off Classical. Now they're calling it off Winthrop. Winthrop was about to take the throw in. Block. Winthrop takes it away. Talea knocks it deep. Marin has it. Cutting to the middle. Trying to walk in. They complete the pass. They turn around and try and throw it to the near side. They threw it too far. They had Molina Orellana breaking to the near side. He might have had a good chance if they got him the ball, but they threw it too far. Winthrop will kick it away. And kick it out to midfield. Gets by everybody. Winthrop knocks it high in the air. Hustling back is Pena. They knock it out. Winthrop will get the throw in down deep. Classical boots it away. And get knocked out by Bytyqui. Or Bytyqui. And that bounced up and got Classical on the hand. I thought they were going to give him a free kick. I guess they called him out of play rather than off the hand. Classical tips it away and gets knocked down. He got crunched between two players. Tipped it by both. He was going to go get it, and they kind of made a sandwich out of him at midfield. Classical will get the free kick. Just inside midfield. It skips by everybody. Marin get a shot at it. Winthrop was going to let it go, think it was going out. Marin come from the near side, got to it, had to use the left foot, and got a good hard shot, but he pulled it way wide right and out of play. Or I should say he sliced it to the right side and out of play. Out past midfield. Classical knocks it ahead. De Leon pops it up, and it gets knocked out. De Leon and Marin both come together, both knocked it out. Winthrop hustled. They're calling it out off Classical. Final 2 minutes. And they're going to have a substitution for the Vikings. Time winding down in this scoreless first half. They knock it deep, looking for Marin Brink, and he heads it away. Trying to walk to the middle, takes the shot. Pulled it just wide left. Good bid by Alex Marin. All we're waiting for now is the whistle. Quick throw in. And before they can get to it, they blow the whistle, and that's going to be it. So we started dead even at 0-0. We end the half dead even at 0-0. Classical nothing, Winthrop nothing at halftime. We're just about set to start the second half in this scoreless battle, Winthrop and Classical. Classical trying to stay over 500. They're 2-1-1, we believe. They've had the best of everything. Jericho in net for Winthrop has had to make quite a few saves, a couple really good saves. Daniel Cortez in net for Classical could have bought a ticket for this one. And we got a whistle. Bounced off somebody out of play. Classical with the throw in. It goes deep. And they were going to let it go, but then Classical was going to get to it. So it got knocked out by Patiqui. Northeastern Conference Boys Soccer. We mentioned before Eric Moreno in his first year doing a nice job with the Rams out in front. Classical trying to get it, keep it alive. Winthrop clears it away. Classical knocks it ahead. Cutting in, trying to center it. They bang it off a Winthrop defender, and it goes out of play, and Classical will get a corner kick. I think it's Ixlaj will take it again. He's been taking the corner kicks. Coming from the near side. Out in front, Classical got a piece of it, and just as they were looking at a second piece, it got knocked away by the Winthrop defense. Classical takes it away. Pop it out in front, and Patiqui knocked it away. Nice job by Molina Orlano. Nice little shift around. And he left Asa Borley counting the house. Classical will keep it in. Good hustle. And now they lost it out of play trying to make a little shift. Classical knocks it back again. Winthrop knocked it out. Classical will get the throw in. They get around the defense. They pushed it too far. Winthrop was coming, hustled over. Trying to get around. They got around. Fernando Gomez had to take the shot on the fly and just chipped it wide right behind the net as they were bearing down on him. Off a Classical head, they keep it in. They tip it ahead. Navoa trying to walk in, takes the shot, knocks it in the far corner. He skipped past the defender. Fernando Gomez made the nice little pass. And Navoa made one little move, took 2 steps toward the middle, and then with the left foot, ripped it just inside the far corner. And not quite 5 minutes into the second half, Classical gets on the board first. All that pressure finally pays off. They knock it by. They're not going to get there. They can't save it. So Gomez had it, got the pass from Navoa, gave it right back. Navoa made that one little shift, just a step or two toward the middle. And as he did that, he let the shot fly. And he beat Jericho. Cortez boots it. Ixlaz knocked it, headed it into Winthrop territory. Winthrop took it away. Actually, Classical kind of gave it away. Knocked back deep by Zalea. Classical with it. Turns the corner. Navoa again trying to walk in. They take the shot. It got deflected away. Classical comes back with it. It got off the foot of Hallerstrand. Classical trying to walk in. Patiqui knocks it out. Nice little shift. Threw it out in front and skipped past everybody. Nobody touched it, actually. Gomez got by one defender, tried to center it. Hit a line shot, and everybody trying to get a foot on it couldn't. Went by everybody and went out of play. Classical keeping it in. Winthrop can't get it out of their end. When they finally do, Classical takes it right back. Winthrop knocks it out. Classical will get the throw in. Trying to get the shot off from dead center. It took a bounce and up in the air. Robles tried to go get it. He lifted it high and wide and off to the right side, out of play. Knocked right back in the Winthrop end. Clear across field to get it to Alabashi. And he tried to lead Robles down the near side, pushed it way too far and out of play. Substitution for Winthrop. As we're 10 minutes into this second half, Classical's finally get on the board on a pretty goal by Navoa. Off a nice pass from Gomez. And Classical gets it right back in the Winthrop end. Alabashi knocks it off Borley. Halistron knocks it way up in the air. And gets knocked out by Winthrop. Alabashi trying to knock it deep, headed away. And Winthrop just knocks it out of play. Body's going down, Classical banging, Winthrop banging. They're going to call it out off Classical. Gets by everybody. Classical knocks it back to Cortez. And he boots it upfield. And Classical knocks it deep. It skips past. Classical looking for a break. They tip it back, they tip it ahead. Defense gets back and breaks up the play. It bounces by everybody. Blocked by Winthrop. Alabashi kept it in. Navoa with it. Little shift. They give it back to Navoa, but it was bounced off his foot and a little too much mustard. When it bounced off his leg, it went too far up. Winthrop picked it off. Classical right back. You could almost get a crick in your neck here in the second half. It's been almost exclusively in the Winthrop end. They haven't come close anywhere near Cortez. And we got a whistle. And the official's going over to talk to the Winthrop player about something. May have become a little bit frustrated and threw an elbow or whatever he did, he made contact. Shot right to the net. Jericho had to make the save. Good bid by Josue Pena with that kick. And here comes Classical again, keeping it in that end. From long range, it bounced off another Classical player. Classical keeps it alive. Classical still keeping it alive. Knocking it to the net, put it right dead center. Jericho made the save. And he had Robles staring at him, hoping he made a fumble or left a rebound. Headed away and then kicked away by Classical. Trying to walk in, it got broken up. And as soon as Winthrop gets it there, Classical takes it right back. They knock it deep, it gets by everybody. Walking in that left side, takes the shot and scores. They threw it up. The defense went to go get it, and they misplayed it. I'm waiting for him to turn around. It might have been Robles coming in from that far side. The pass came ahead. Everybody went for it. Winthrop player took a swing at it, missed it. It went by, and walking in from the far side, and it was Alex Ixlaj that knocked it home. Classical keeping the pressure on. They just kept it in the Winthrop end. Free kick coming up. Classical got a piece of it and knocked it away. And number 5, defensively, has been playing well for Winthrop. And the only name they put that they wrote out for us, because we don't have a Winthrop roster, was Olsi, O-L-S-I. I guess they didn't know his last name. Or maybe they couldn't spell his last name. Winthrop finally has it in the Classical end, and they throw it away. And Classical will let it go out of play. Cortez will kick it away. Now, it won't be Cortez. We got a substitution first. Winthrop picked it off. Back checking. Classical kicks it away and out of play. This is the longest that Winthrop has had it in the classical end in this half. And they still don't have a shot on net. Tipped up. Classical heads it away. And Classical knocks it away. Robles will go get it. I don't know if you can hear it. I certainly can. There's somebody sitting in the stands playing some very loud music. And I mean loud, because if I can hear it, and we're up in the press box, then the people sitting around them certainly must hear it. The free kick, they drilled it out in front. Classical kept it alive. Now it gets deflected away. Knocked back. Novoa with it. Throws it in the middle. You have to backtrack and get it. Knocked it down that far side. Back to the middle. Orlana gets broken up. Novoa's trying to get a shot off. Can't. Alabasi trying to center it. Knocked away. And booted away. Classical popped it up in the air. And it's going to go out off Winthrop. Josue Pena with the throw in. Novoa pushes it ahead. And that Olsey, whatever his last name is, gets to it first. And Cherico will kick it away. Now he's not going to do it. It's going to be Baitikwe. I don't know if they let him play with that big pad on his hand. Pop straight up in the air. They knock it back, and Baitikwe blocked it. Classical got a foot on it. And Bauer couldn't keep it in. Classical and Winthrop will both make a change halfway through and counting this second half. Classical's open up a 2-0 lead. Both goals coming here in the second half. Novoa and Ixlaj getting the 2 goals. And the last one, everybody said the same thing, and I thought the same thing. I thought that Ixlaj was a mile offside. He was behind the one defender that took a swing at the ball and missed it. And when it went through, he got it, and the official must have thought that he was even with the defender when the defender missed it, and then he went and got it, because he didn't blow the whistle for an offside. But he was well behind everybody, broke in the left side, and beat Cherico. Pushed it by him to Cherico's left, tucked it inside the near post on your TV screen, the far post from where the shot came from. We're just past the halfway mark of the second half. Classical has scored to take a lead of 2-0, and we're going to timeout down the field. I know what the woman on the sideline said, camera, she hasn't taken 2 pictures. Yeah. You want the chair too? Go ahead. Free kick coming for Winthrop as we come out of the timeout. By Tikwi will take it. And it's almost like the field has been tilted to the right side because Winthrop has spent the vast majority of this second half defending against Classical in their own end. And as they say that, they're into Classical end. But not for very long because Classical takes it away and brings it the other way. Down the far side. Tipped. Winthrop trying to collect. Classical breaks it up and takes it away. It's one thing to get your foot on it, break up the player. It's another thing to just not only break it up, but just take it away and wind up with the ball. They throw it clear across field to Pena. He gets it to Alabasi. Coming down, trying to get around, lost it out of bounds. Right back in the Winthrop end. Alabasi knocks it ahead. And went off the foot of Navoa. Trying to lead Navoa, and he reached for it, got a foot on it, but couldn't control it. And we'll have subs for both teams. Off Classical again. Went out off Amaya. Amaya trying to get to it, slipping and falling. Nobody can get a foot on it or control it. Classical finally does. Amaya gets it in the middle. They try to tip it ahead. Winthrop picked it off. Classical gets it back. And Classical takes it away. And Classical got a bump and got knocked down. A late whistle. He got bumped, knocked down, the ball went upfield, they kicked it away, and then they blew the whistle for the little bump. And we're going to get another timeout. One tick over 15 minutes left. We just had a timeout. Now we're going to get another one. 2-0 Glasgow. 15:01 left in the game.
That's ours.
No, it's mine. Until I give it to you. I'm the boss. I forgot Christian's name. Another shot on net. Shot hopping it was Cherico. If he left any kind of a rebound, Glasgow was right there trying to knock it home. Glasgow just takes it away. Ixlash, who got the first goal, I thought it was him looking for the rebound on that last shot on net, but I think it was Matthew Julio. It was 19, not 10. Winthrop with a little shift, and Glasgow knocks it out. And we got Olsey again. We don't know his last name. Glasgow got a head on it, knocks it away. And Winthrop knocks it out. You stole my heart. You're working. You stole my heart. I'll lock up everything up here. Winthrop heads it to the Glasgow net. It's a foot race. Glasgow hustles back and gets there first. And they're going to call Glasgow for contact, I believe. They're going to give Winthrop a free kick. From the 21-yard line, straight on. It gets deflected out in front, and then Winthrop couldn't get their control of the ball. They had it. It got deflected to the near side, and they had a shot to get a foot on it. And when they reached for it, it went off the foot and out of play. Pat Sennett had a possibility. So they haven't had many chances. Cortez hasn't had, I don't think he's had to make a save. And here we go again, right back in the Winthrop end. They knock it deep. It's knocked loose. Winthrop knocks it away. Classical knocks it down. And Classical takes it right back again. They almost knocked it out. They almost knocked behind. The receiver was breaking one way. Molina Orlano threw it the other way, but he was able to get back and get it. Winthrop takes it away. Classical takes it away again. Bodies go down. Classical's going to get called. Winthrop will get a free kick. Coming from right in front of their bench. Headed away by Amaya. Winthrop trying to knock it deep. Headed away. Shot. Fanned on it. Couldn't get a real good shot off. And Classical gets it away. And Classical takes it away. You knock it deep to the near side. I don't know if they call Classical offside or they call something against Classical. They blew the whistle right away. And Paikikwi will get the free kick. 10 minutes and counting left in this one. Classical leading it 2-0. Classical girls beat Revere last night. The boys would like to make it 2. And the Classical golf team is undefeated. So Classical having quite a season. Free kick coming up. Molina Orlano hooks it. Wide left, never got to the net. Now they take another shot. And that's Amaya, I believe, knocking it wide left. As we get 9 minutes and counting, Winthrop will make changes. Jericho boots it away. And we got another whistle for contact. Classical went up trying to get a head on it. They got a piece of Winthrop. And Winthrop will get a free kick. Winthrop's going to get a little giddy up in their step. They're down 2. And now they're battling the clock as we're coming up on 7 minutes left in the game. Classical knocks it away. Tipped ahead to Marin. He got it back to Amaya. I should say Alex Amaya. Nice little shift by Molina Orlano. Left one of the Winthrop players counting the turf. Three is trying to walk in. Jericho gets there first, and we're going to get a call against Winthrop. They knocked the Classical player down right in front of the net. Unnecessary. they give him a yellow card and send him to the bench. The ball was by, both going for it. The goaltender, Cherico, came out, grabbed it, and then they knocked the player down from behind. And I think they're going to give Classical a penalty kick. Is this Pena? Josue Pena is going to get the penalty kick. No need for this at all because the goaltender already made the save. And then they just knocked the Classical player down from behind. And Pena knocks it home. So that'll put this one on ice if it wasn't already. That makes it 3-0 Classical with just over 6 minutes left. They brought Pena in for the penalty kick, and he drilled it. Alex Amaya, as opposed to Jonathan Amaya. Alex is 11 and Jonathan is 5. They knock it deep, looking for Amaya, breaking. He's got a step, walking in, takes the shot, tries to go to the far corner and pulls it very wide left and out of play. And they're going to change goaltenders. And I do not know who the next goaltender is. Because they don't list any other goaltender on the sheet they gave us. 5 minutes and counting left. And it might be Olsey. Because he didn't put a different shirt on. He just put like he put a green jacket on, I think. They tip it back. They tip it too far. It's going to go out of play. So after a scoreless first half, Classical gets it going. They totally dominated the second half, territorial-wise. And it finally paid off. They've scored 3 times. A pretty pass from Fernando Gomez to Gabriel Novoa. He took a step and a half, 2 steps from the near side back to the middle, left-footed just inside the far post, and it was 1-0. And then they came upfield, and it certainly looked like Ixlaj was offside, but they booted it from a distance, and now Classical's going to change their goalkeeper. I don't know who their backup goaltender is either. Nelson, Ramirez, Savero rushing it up. They throw it out in front. They missed it. Classical lines it up, trying to walk in, and they shot it, never got it to the net. All by themselves on the far side. Laid it up, almost put it on a tee, lined it up, drilled it, and never got it to the net. Off to the far side, wide and out of play. Haskell takes it away. There's got a lot of new faces out there now, leading 3-0 late as we're in the final 2 minutes. Marin with it. Knocks it deep and it goes out of play. Winthrop will make wholesale changes. Classical player on the far side. He's still got his head down, shaking his head like he can't believe he missed that open net. I think it was Robles. All by himself. He teed it up, had nobody there, and then got it off the side of his foot and missed the net. Never got it to the net. And he couldn't believe that he, never mind that he missed the net, he couldn't believe he didn't put it in the net because he was in perfect position. Broken up by Tikwi. They blow the whistle, and that's going to be it. So Cortez had an easy night. He only made, I think, one save. Everything came from long distance. He had a very easy night in net, getting the shutout. Classical, we believe, is 3-1-1. Winning the cities, tying Ipswich. They lost to Saugus. And now they beat Winthrop. They shut them out 3-0. It was a pretty pass from Gomez to Navoa down the near side. He took a couple of baby steps to the middle and from about the 5-yard line just drilled it into the far corner. And it was 1-0, and that's all they really needed. Then they threw a long pass upfield. One of the last Winthrop defender swung and missed at it. It got by, and behind everybody was Alex Ixlaj. He walked in and took advantage and banged it home, made it 2-0. And then a silly play, totally unnecessary. The ball rolled in, Cherico played it, and the classical player going to the net couldn't get the ball. It was the goaltender had already had it. The defender for Winthrop gave him a two-handed shove and knocked him down. They blew the whistle, gave a yellow card, and they gave Classical a penalty kick. And Josue Pena banged home the penalty kick. And that made it 3-0, and that was the final score. So Navoa, Ixlaj, and Pena getting the 3 goals. And Classical stays over 500. Winthrop will lose for the 5th time. They're going to have to wait till the next game to try and pick up their first win. They go to 0-5. Classical goes to 3-1-1. So we hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.